Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a little bit of Twitter drama, if you can call it that happened a few days ago as of the time of recording this video. I am a couple of days late on this, but I wanted to kind of sit on it and see where it actually, developed and where it went before I actually gave my 2 cents on it, and I don't think it's anything too super serious. The Ninjago community, as of this moment in time, has a little bit of drama going on. I've noticed a couple of people taking shots at each other left and right. A couple of big names in the community are kind of getting into some beef, but I'm not going to really comment on that. I wanted to take a look at this drama, if you can even call it, again, drama, because it's a little bit more interesting to me. It's actually something that actually applies to the show as well, so we're going to be talking about it both in-universe and out. And the character in which all the drama is centered around happens to be the character of Harumi. You guys might remember Princess Harumi. We've mentioned her on the channel several times before, and I figured I'd comment on this because, once again, I find it to be an interesting topic. Now, the aspect of joking and comedy we've kind of touched on as well on the channel in recent videos. I recently made a video talking about Jay's current level of comedy and whether or not that actually works, but the comedy that we're going to be talking about lies mainly within jokes, and it lies mainly on Twitter, everybody's favorite social media platform. So it kind of fits with the theme from yesterday's video, but we're just going to talk about this here. I'm going to have random images in the background, nothing too major going on here, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this once again. So what exactly happened in terms of the recent Twitter drama? Well, basically a Twitter user, again, we're not going to be naming names here, was essentially harassed into taking down a post. Now, what was the post in question? This awful post that goes against all of humanity. What exactly did this person post? It was an image of the building that crushed Harumi. Yeah, seems like a real evil person right here. Sarcasm, obviously. Yeah, what an awful post. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, the user just posted an image of the building that crushed Harumi during Season 9 with a caption along the lines of, "Oh, Harumi fans, look at this," or something to that nature, kind of poking fun at Harumi fans while also, poking fun at the death of Harumi, a Lego character. Keep that in mind here. Now, the post in question was just making a joke, obviously. Nothing too serious here, but what the issue was to a lot of people was that this was offensive towards not only Harumi fans, but the character herself. A lot of people thought that this was just an offensive post in general. So we're going to be talking about that here, and I'm going to be giving my thoughts on that, judging from a couple of things that I've already said here. Some of you guys might actually know what I actually think about this. But in terms of just comedy in general, like we've mentioned in the video from yesterday, comedy is subjective. Not everybody is going to find the same things funny that you find funny. For example, this post here, I thought it was personally hilarious, but some people really didn't think so. Obviously, since the user had taken down this post, this original person was kind of pressured into taking down the post for whatever reason, and like I said, comedy is subjective. If you disagree with something on the internet, that's fine. I guarantee you that I've offended a couple of people in this video already, but yeah, in terms of the joke in question, it's about Harumi, not a real person. I can understand maybe people getting upset if you joke about a real person's demise, but it's a Lego character. It's part of a show. There have been several people in the Ninjago universe that have been either killed off or sacrificed or something to that degree, and Harumi is no exception. We also have characters in the same season, such as Mistake, who bit the dust unknowingly, but ultimately I don't think there's anything too bad here because the joke in question is simply that, a joke. Ultimately though, like I said, the original poster took down the tweet and apologized and was also advised to use tone indicators / trigger warnings for future posts related to jokes about a Lego character's demise. Now, here's what I think about that. I mean, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, correct me if I'm wrong here, but does that not defeat the purpose of a joke? I mean, there's no impact behind it if you use like a tone indicator. There's no punchline. It's basically just, hey, tone indicator, I'm joking, here's the joke. It doesn't really have that same type of impact, if you want to call it that. Context matters. The jokes themselves are fine as long as there's context behind it. Like I said, I've seen people say a lot of offensive stuff and then backpedal and say that it was all a joke, but you can tell when somebody's doing that, especially on platforms such as Twitter. It's easy to tell when someone's trying to save themselves from either repercussions or whatever you want to call it. But in terms of this tweet here, I see nothing wrong with that. Simply just a joke made at the expense of a fictional Lego character. It's a Ninjago post after all, and I doubt the original poster was ultimately trying to offend anybody. And they ultimately took it down, like I said, because of all the backlash that they had received from this, and I just don't think that's right. Now, just talking about Twitter in general here as a platform, as an app, it's not the best thing ever. I've been using Twitter for a couple of years now, and I've had my fair share of drama interactions, or whatever you want to call that, on Twitter. It's not the best platform for making jokes or just, having having fun in general, because a lot of people on the app do kind of take things a little too seriously. Like I said, especially on the internet, you can't really say or do anything without offending somebody. Like I said, I guarantee you that I've offended a couple of people already with this video in question, even though we're not all the way through it just yet. I've seen people making the same jokes regarding Harumi's demise on places such as Discord and Instagram, and I haven't really seen any backlash, at least not the same level of backlash that I've seen on Twitter. Now, of course, I might not be looking into everything here, and I might be missing a couple of posts in question, but me personally, I haven't really seen a lot of people make the same level of stink about Harumi jokes as what I've seen on Twitter. And again, I might be missing something, I might not be looking into every sort of little bit of context here, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of that. It's only mainly on Twitter from what I personally have experienced. Now, in terms of Harumi the character, she's not coming back. A lot of people have been suggesting that, oh, maybe she could still be alive. We didn't really see a body, and in the classic rule of filmmaking and television, if you don't see a body of a presumably dead character, then the character is probably not dead. Ninjago's a kid's show by default. It's surprising to me that they even killed off characters in the first place. They're not going to be showing a body, sorry to say. Harumi is dead, confirmed by several people that actually work on the show, but Harumi fans kind of got a little bit more of a character within Prime Empire. We had the whole Avatar Harumi subplot, so at least Harumi fans had that going for them. But yeah, Harumi is not coming back, and Harumi, in the context of the show at least, is officially dead. Some people can believe whatever they want to believe. I'm not saying that you have to believe that, but I mean, it's pretty much confirmed to be canon. Harumi's not coming back. And if you want my personal thoughts on all that kind of stuff, I honestly don't think the joke in question was all that bad. Like I said, I don't really think it's right to kind of harass someone into deleting a post, especially not like a joke post like that. There's bigger things going on in the world right now. I'm not sure if anyone that I know personally would be offended over something such as this one, but of course I'm not this target demographic for the show. I'm not like, I'm not a super young kid. I'm in my early 20s, so I'm not like the show's target demographic or anything like that, but I am still like a fan. I do like Ninjago, so obviously I want to give my 2 cents on this, but maybe I'm just not seeing it through the eyes of someone that's kind of growing up in this new generation, if you want to call it that. Nowadays, the world is kind of at a place where we can't really joke about anything, and everyone's just kind of sensitive, especially online, so I'm not sure if I'm missing something related to online humor or dark humor, but yeah, to me, personally, I don't really see an issue with that kind of stuff, especially if you make it very, very clear that you are joking, and especially in the context of a tweet like this. It's a Lego character, people. Like, how upset do we need to be about this? A lot of things that I've seen on Twitter, to be frank, it seems like people are just looking for things to be offended by, and maybe that's just me. Again, I'm kind of old-fashioned, so I apologize if I'm not really up to the current standards of joking, but I don't believe in things like, tone indicators when you're joking. I don't think that's like I said, it kind of defeats the purpose of a joke, and that's just basically my 2 cents on that. All in all, I just want to say, I don't blame people for getting mad, especially because the Ninjago fan base is heavily kids, and maybe, again, kids are just kind of looking at this through a different point of view, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot of what that point of view is, but I'm just kind of hoping to reach out to the older audience here and ask you this question. Is it just me that doesn't really see an issue here, or am I just too insensitive? I've talked about people being overly sensitive and everything on the internet being offensive to somebody, but maybe it's me that's the problem. Am I too insensitive? I wanted to reach out to you guys and ask you that question and kind of leave you there in terms of this video. Again, the overall situation here is pretty much resolved. I mean, I don't think anyone's still harassing the original poster of this Harumi tweet or anything like that. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it because I thought that it was interesting, but that's just me. I wanted to ask you guys that question, and I encourage you guys to leave your thoughts down below regarding that. Do you think I'm too insensitive, or do you feel like the modern day Twitter landscape, especially related to the Ninjago community, is that too overly sensitive? Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for today's video. Again, please don't go out of your way to harass anyone in the comments of this video. This is all just, just in good fun, good commentary. I figured it would make for an interesting discussion. And once again, I wanted to cover this topic because obviously I am a Ninjago fan. I want to cover stuff like this and just ask you guys, is this tweet truly offensive or not? Once again, leave all your thoughts down below. I hope to see you guys there. With all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for checking out this video here today. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description from other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.